Hi world, it's 8:30 in the morning on the 25th of March 2014. And what's coming up? I mean, there's a lot brewing up there now, but the word I'm getting for at this time is very much fermentation. We've got the sun, early Aries, not doing a great deal at the moment, not making any significant aspect to any planet in the sky, but it's brewing. It's brewing. Another week, and the sun is going to be activating almost every pattern in the sky. The moon, as I speak, is at 21 degrees of Capricorn. It's sextiling Saturn in a couple of hours. It'll square Mars in about 5 hours, and then it will go void. So, as of about, I'm guessing around 1 p.m. today, UK time, through to the time the moon moves into Aquarius, which isn't going to be until 10:30 tonight, then it's going to be a void moon. So not as of 1 p.m. today through to about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. today, UK time, not a lot is going to happen. It's a void moon. So there'll be lots of words, but no substance. Mercury is now putting on a spurt. Mercury, having spent the last 2 months retrograde, playing silly buggers in Aquarius and flirting with Neptune in a way that's been very confusing and disruptive and very procrastinatory to lots of us, myself included, it's now clearing Neptune. It's cleared Neptune. It's now really putting on a spurt through Pisces, and I'm suggesting that the more we get into this week, the more we're going to see clearer and clearer avenues of communication coming. Admittedly, Mercury is about to conjunct Chiron now, which one or two people may see as a foot shooting or self-sabotage opportunity, but that's normal with Chiron. Venus is brewing up to square Saturn in about 4 days' time, but Venus in transit, I'm beginning to realise more and more, actually, unless it's involved in a station or an eclipse or a major conjunction or opposition, on its own it doesn't have that much influence. Mars is retrograde in Libra, boogieing backwards. It is now about 12 degrees away, 11 degrees away from squaring Pluto, and 12 degrees away from squaring Jupiter, and getting stronger. So the sense of imminence, the sense of building that this week is now adding up to, is getting stronger. And the outer planets, well, there's this big T square up there with Jupiter opposite Pluto square Uranus, in case no one had noticed. And it's particularly hammering those people born from the 1st to the 5th of January, July, October and April. Those people born in the second week of Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, boy, you're under the thumb at the moment. Not under the thumb, you're going through the mill, you're going through the hedge backwards. There's intensity, gravity, pressure, over the top situations. It's like fuse box material. And I know, because I'm one of you. And it is getting easier, actually. In the coming week, I expect things to peak and then dissipate for those early people born in the first few days of January, April, July, October. It's all about the posturing. It's all about the building up to the new moon on the 30th in 5 days' time. That is going to be the trigger for lots and lots of developments worldwide. And I'm as positive about this as I am negative. It could easily be further upgrading of status with regard to things like Ukraine or Syria or Israel, but it could just as easily and preferably be something far nicer, where there is some type of agreement, where things do back down. People do try to get on with each other, because after all, at the end of the day, it's only one planet and we've got to live on it. There's this thing around being different. I saw a guy this morning in the shop. He was not from this country, he was from an African country, and he's obviously been pretty badly damaged, both mentally and physically. He didn't speak very good English, and the way people were ignoring him was both understandable and despicable. At the end of the day, I couldn't bring myself to go and actually talk to him, because I couldn't make sense of him, but I did give him a bit of food and money. And it's this thing around being different. A client came to me yesterday and said about how their son, who's got learning disabilities, when someone came up to them at school and said, "Oh, your son's really pretty. What's wrong with him?" And the mother turned around and said, "There's nothing wrong with him. He's different. It doesn't matter whether it's dyspraxic, allergic, whether it's I don't know, there's various levels of learning difficulties that individuals get, whether it be mental learning difficulties, emotionally challenged, or physically challenged. It doesn't make people better or worse, same as the colour of their skin or their gender or their religion doesn't make them better or worse. It is, they're just different. And we need the difference in humanity, otherwise we'd all be the same and then we'd just be a bunch of robots. But when I see discrimination against people because of their difference, that's the thing that gets me going worse than most. So really, I'm really on a crusade at the moment about how the people are not better or worse off, they're just different.